Hello everyone and welcome to our video demonstration on how to complete performance appraisals for the employees that you manage. The purpose of a performance appraisal is to enhance the communication channels between you and your direct reports, ensuring that you celebrate your employees' achievements, uncover any areas requiring further development, and proactively focus on your employees' professional development goals for the future. You will see that the process is simple and straightforward. Please treat this demonstration as a guide only, as your organization may conduct their performance review processes slightly differently. In this example, we have Casey, who is a general manager for Sandwich Eats, a popular food chain. Casey manages 4 employees who directly report to her. Sandwich Eats is conducting their internal performance reviews using HRA Cloud's online performance review module, also known as OPR. Casey will need to conduct a performance appraisal for each one of her direct reports. HRA Cloud's OPR module is usually set up by your organization's HR or leadership teams, who define the key result areas, the key performance indicators, and the rating scales for each job position. Once launched, your employees will be prompted to conduct a self-assessment. You, as their manager, will also be prompted to conduct a performance assessment for each of your direct reports. Once you have both completed your assessments, both yourself and your employees can then review and discuss the combined performance review report. There is also the opportunity to input final ratings and comments to conclude the process. This will issue the final performance review report. It is important to note that OPR provides organizations with the option to gain feedback from 2 or more assessors. For example, the additional assessor can be another manager, a team coordinator, or a peer who is invited into the performance review process to provide the feedback and insights based on their dealings or working relationships with that employee. The user experience for additional assessors when completing the assessment is the same as what we will cover today. However, they will not receive the summary report and only included in any employee discussions if invited. Once HR has launched the process, you receive an email prompting you to log in and complete your appraisals. In this example, there is a welcome message from HR confirming the details for the performance review process and who to contact if there are any further questions. This message will either disappear once expired, or you can simply dismiss the message to remove it from your notice board. You will notice that there is an inbox notification waiting for you to action. When you click on this notification, it will take you to your tasks, and here we can see some related to performance reviews. As you can see, Casey needs to complete 4 performance reviews, 1 for each of her direct reports. In this example, Casey will assess performance of Joe, a business support officer. From here, you can click on the task and then performance reviews to start Joe's assessment. You will first be informed of the performance review period that is being reviewed. In this example, Joe's performance review is being assessed for the period between the 1st of July to the 30th of June. Before you can commence his assessment, you are prompted to review any flagged notes against his electronic HR record, if there are any. As you can see, Joe has recently had some performance issues where he's been struggling to minimize distractions at work. Notes of this nature are flagged to assist you with your evaluation. This is especially important now as Joe is working more from home than ever before. This is something that Casey will need to keep in mind when assessing Joe's performance. When you click on the first KRA button, you are then prompted to rate the employee's performance based on the detailed KPIs and provide context for each rating using the comments box. Let's do one together. So in this case, you can see that the KRA is for adaptability. There's a description in the KPIs. Underneath is the rating scale. Casey will select often exceeds and enter in some notes and justifications for the comments. It is important to note that this does automatically save your work, so you can come back later to it if needed. If I click on next, it takes me to the next KRA and all the associated KPIs. This one's about attention to detail. You can see here that Casey has already started working on this one, as it already has saved their content. As we work through each key result area, you'll see that you may be asked for a rating, a comment, or both. In this key result area, you can see that only a comment is required and there's no rating scale. Once you're happy with the comments you've entered, you can click next and it'll take you to the next KRA. Casey's already entered in her comments for this one, So we can click Next to go to the objectives and development. This is an example of an objective regarding improving communication that has been set in previous performance review rounds. If the employee does not have any objectives linked to their account, this area will not appear. Since it has, Casey will enter in comments and then can click on Review and Submit. Once you've completed all ratings and comments, you will finalize your performance review at the end of the Review and Submit page. This page provides a summary of your assessments and will allow you to complete any missed items or amend as needed. In this case, let's assume Casey's happy with her assessment and therefore can now submit the employee appraisal. Once your employee has also completed their self-assessment, an initial performance review summary report will automatically be emailed to you. Otherwise, you can access this report from within your self-service by navigating to My Organization and Group Performance Reviews. As you can see, the ratings and comments input by both you as the manager and your employee are displayed together in the report. Generally, the next step in the performance review process is for you to meet with your employee and discuss the report and agree on any professional development objectives and goals for the future. As part of this meeting, you and your employee will also agree on a final rating for each assessable item, which you'll need to input into OPR as per the same process. You can do this either in the meeting or after the meeting. Once you've completed the final assessment, you'll be both issued with a final appraisal summary report. As part of the performance review process, there are often new objectives and/or goals set to facilitate employee professional development for the next performance review period. There are several ways to do this. Your employee can enter these objectives via self-service for you to review and approve within HRA Cloud, or these objectives can be entered directly against your employee's electronic HR record within HRA Cloud, if you have the requisite access. You, as their manager, can also enter these objectives via self-service when you're inputting the final ratings and comments by clicking on here and selecting Operational Strategic. Once this is done, the performance review process is now complete. If you have any questions, please contact the account administrators within your organization. This is usually members of your leadership or your HR team. From the team here at HRA Cloud, thanks for watching the online performance review training video, and we'll see you in the next one.